Hey everyone, my name is Wesley, and in today's video I just wanted to show you guys how I managed to fix my Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. Now I've seen quite a few issues with startups and game crashes, but I haven't experienced any of those personally. The issue I was having was that every now and again my game would start stuttering, where about every 5 seconds it would skip some frames. And it was quite annoying to play this way. It wasn't happening consistently, or in a specific area, or while doing a specific task in the game. So if you're experiencing this issue, I hope this video can help you. For those of you that are wondering, my PC specs are an AMD Ryzen 7 3800X with the MSI AMD Radeon RX 5700 XT, and I have that running with 16 gigs of RAM. Now I'll start by going through my graphics settings. I found these have worked best for me. Yours might be slightly different depending on how your computer differs from mine, but with these settings I've eliminated the problems I was having. So if your problems are similar to mine, try these out. Let me know if they work for you or not. Starting with screen type, I've set that to full screen. That allows you to adjust the refresh rate. You can go up to 120. I prefer to leave it at 60, give my graphics card a bit of a break. VSync I've left on. I haven't seen any benefit so far from turning it off. I've turned triple buffering off. Don't know what it does. I have said Constrain mouse pointer just because I was having an issue where my mouse would pop up on the side of my screen, and I thought that would maybe fix it. It hasn't seemed to have fixed it, so if any of you guys know a fix for that, then please could you comment it down below, and I'll see if it works. Onto graphics settings. Texture quality I've set to ultra. In my opinion, that's a no-brainer because you want the game to look as beautiful as possible, have the best textures available. Anisotropic Filtering I've set to times 16. It does provide quite a significant visual boost. I haven't seen too much of a performance loss by setting it to times 16, so I would recommend setting that as high as you can if you can. Lighting quality I've left at ultra. Again, lighting does play a big factor in how beautiful the game looks, so I would strongly suggest setting lighting as high as possible. Global illumination quality, I haven't noticed a major difference between high and ultra. I did notice a performance gain from setting it down to high, so if you're battling with your frames, then I would suggest dropping it down to high for a slight performance gain. Shadow quality, there isn't much difference between ultra and high, if I'm perfectly honest. Plus, you gain a huge performance boost from dropping it down to high. So if you are willing to deal with negligible shadow differences, then I would strongly suggest dropping the setting to high. For shadow quality, there isn't much performance gain from ultra and high. There is a slight performance gain, so I dropped it down just because it's far shadow, so you're not really going to see the quality of them so much. By all means, set this to ultra. SSAO I've set to ultra. Reflection quality, now this is again a huge performance sinkhole if you want to set it up to ultra. I just don't believe I notice reflections enough in games to warrant such a performance drop by setting it to ultra, and the visual difference between high and medium is low enough that I didn't have a problem dropping it to medium for the extra performance gain there. Mirror quality, there's so few mirrors or moments in the game where you're looking at a mirror, so setting it to ultra shouldn't be a major issue. Water quality I'll go through in advanced settings. Volumetrics I'll go through in advanced. Particle quality I have set to ultra. There isn't too much of a performance gain by dropping it to high, so I would suggest setting it to ultra. On the other hand, there isn't much of a noticeable visual difference, so if you are struggling for frames, then drop it to one of the lower settings. Tessellation quality I've set to ultra just because that helps with trees and that, and there's a lot of trees in the game, so I want them to look as beautiful as possible while I'm walking through the forests. TAA I've set to high. FXAA is useless, so I'll get that off. MSI, if you're running a really good PC and everything's already set to ultra, turning this on as high as possible will provide you with a extra or an added visual boost, but if you aren't worried about that, then I'd suggest turning that off for performance gain. Onto advanced graphics, I'm using the Vulkan API. Near volumetric resolution, now I haven't noticed a difference between, or a significant difference between turning these settings up. There was, however, quite a large performance gain by turning it down to low, so I would suggest turning it down to low. For the volumetric resolution, there was less of a performance gain by turning it down to low, so I've left that at medium, but again, couldn't notice a major visual difference. Volumetric lighting quality I've turned up to high. Unlocked volumetric ray march resolution, that's got something to do with clouds, so I have turned it on, but in game I honestly can't notice too much of a difference. Particle lighting quality I've set to ultra. Dropping this down to high does provide a slight performance boost, but not significant enough for me to change it down to high or medium. Soft shadows, I've left that as high. I didn't notice a difference going up to ultra. Grass shadows I've left at medium. I'm not going to spend too much time looking at the shadows in the grass. Long shadows I've turned on. Full resolution SSAO I've turned off. Water refraction quality I've set to medium. You don't notice this too more. I didn't notice this too much just because I'm not analyzing the water so much that I will notice this. Water reflection quality I've turned this up because when you're fishing or something like that, you can notice the difference in quality here where there's trees being reflected from the other side of the river or lake or wherever you're fishing. Water physics quality I've set to about halfway. There's quite a large performance gain between the different settings, but there isn't too much of a visual difference between half and 3/4 from what I could see. Resolution scale I've set off. TAA sharpening set to full. Motion blur I've turned off just because I don't like it. Reflection MSIA, I would suggest turning this up if you can. It does provide a bit of a visual boost. Geometry level of detail I've set to 3/5. Grass level of detail I've set to 4/10. Tree quality high. Again, if you can set it to ultra, I would suggest setting it to ultra. Actually, I'm going to change it to ultra now, just because there's so many trees in the game and you want them to look as beautiful as possible while you're walking through the forest. Parallax occlusion mapping quality I've left on ultra. Decal quality ultra. Fur quality high. Tree tessellation on. I'll run the benchmark tests for you just so that you can see how these settings perform on my PC, and hopefully if you have a similar PC or you're experiencing similar problems to me, this will help. Now another thing that you want to change if you're experiencing stuttering, which I found while researching the problem, is if you navigate to your documents folder, open Rockstar Games, open Red Dead Redemption 2, settings, right click on the system file, select open with notepad, and scroll down until you find this async compute enabled value. Setting that to true seems to help the stuttering issue. You then go save, and reload your game, and it should improve the stuttering or eliminate it completely. It does sometimes reset itself to false, as you could see there when I opened it. So if your game starts stuttering again, just navigate back to that folder and reset it to true. I'll just cut out the first few benchmark tests just so that you can see the last one, which is the Saint Denis area. That is the most taxing on your system. I'll also show you the final results just so you can see the average FPS. Love how his hand goes through the bookshelf. Boom! Headshot. As you can see, my average FPS is just under 60. I did get a couple stutters at the end there, but that was because I hadn't set that async compute enabled value to true before doing the benchmark test. So I hope this video helps you guys. If it does, smash the like button, leave a comment down below, and please subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next video.